Hey, welcome to the show this week. Young Hustlers every Thursday at noon East Coast Standard Time. Me, Jared Glant, and my partner, GC, we come here to deliver to you information, strategies, things that you can do in your life to get to where you want to go faster. For some, that means you are finding your young hustle. 20 years old, 19 years old, 18 years old, some kids as young as 14 years old, trying to get in the flow, trying to figure out what they can do to accelerate the path to get the life they want. And then for some people, man, they're trying to keep that hustle young. They're trying to keep that hustle young. GC, dude, got that young hustle, man. Most people don't even know how old he is because he's got that young hustle. So people are looking at him going like, man, that guy is just like, people think that he's probably 10 years younger than he is. Because he's got that young hustle flow, yo. So look, this show today is about goals. It's the end of the year. A lot of people are probably talking about goals. Hopefully, if you're a constant watcher of this show, if you're a regular viewer, you're writing your goals down every single day. I'm going to talk about that a little bit today. But if you have questions on goals, I'd love to hear what your biggest goal for 2018 is. I love hearing about people's goals because it gets me excited, man. Just saying your goals gets you excited, right? It gives you some focus. It gives you something to reach for. So I want to hear about your goals. Call into the show, 305-865-8668, 305-865-8668. Like, this show's about goals, but eventually at some point, like when I write my goals down every day, eventually I got to like, how do I make this happen? Like, how do I connect the dots here? How do I get to $250,000 a month? That's my target that I'm writing down in income. I want to make $250,000 a month. That's $3 million a year. Well, you got to start doing the math at some point. You got to start backing it all out. Where's the money going to come from? Where do we have to get in company sales? What else? What other investments do I have to have paying me? Where does real estate need to be? Like, I start getting all into it, right? A lot of people don't play their goals out long enough. So what I want to do is I want to talk to you today about how to set your goals for the new year. A lot of people don't even know where to get started, so it can be a little bit overwhelming. You're like, well, I don't know what my goals are. I mean, tell me, you're watching the show right now. There's some of you out there who are like, man, I don't even know what my goals are. So here's some tricks that I use when setting goals. And by the way, if you're watching on iTunes or Stitcher, appreciate it. Make sure that you review the podcast. If you can share it, write comments. We'd love to see that. Find some ways to engage with you there as well. Dude, how do you set your goals? Okay, first of all, mistakes you make with your goals. Number one, they're too small, right? The goals are too small. You don't apply enough 10x activity to get there because your target was too low. And then number one, you come up short and you feel bad. Or number two, even worse, you hit the target and realized it was too low in the first place, so you're not happy. That's the number one mistake. Number two mistake, you're not writing your goals down frequently enough to get them freaking burnt into your brain. Like you got to write down your goals every single day, multiple times per day. Morning and evening. Morning and evening. Start your day out with your goals, end your day with your goals. And then a little trick that I do is throughout the day, if I have like if we lose a big deal or I have a big loss, maybe a call doesn't go the right way, maybe a deal I was waiting for didn't come back. Dude, if I experience a loss, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my goals. What am I here for? You know, let's say you're in a big negotiation for a real estate building or for a job and you don't get the job. Dude, that loss can cripple people. I mean, it could take some people a half a day to get through it. It could take some people weeks to get through it, right? You got to go back to your goals. What's important? What's the bigger picture here? Because the potential is so much more exciting than reality. You feel me, right? The potential, like how big things can be. Dude, that's exciting. When Sandy and I talk about goals, my wife, we go through and we're like, if we could do whatever we wanted, like what would that be? If you could create your ideal life today, what would it look like? What time would you wake up? Where would you eat breakfast? Would you work out? Would you play golf? Would you go for a run? Would you walk on the beach? You know, would you eat lunch at the house? Would you go out to lunch? You know, when you go on vacations, what kind of places would you go? Like, dude, play it out. Most people don't ever get close to getting their targets or their goals because they've never played them out enough to even get excited about them. Your goals should be exciting. And if your goals aren't exciting, I promise you it's because you haven't spent enough time either A, figuring out where you really want to go, or B, figuring out what it would be like to live that life. You know, Grant and Elena play the lottery game. Hey, if we won $1 billion in the lottery, what would we spend the money on? You know, like, I don't know. I mean, we'd have a lot of money. We could travel. We'd go around the world. Okay, you got $990 million left. Like, what next? It's such a fun exercise. And like, if you do it right, it should take you an hour and a half. Like, if you sit down for an hour and a half, dude, I've gone on like, hey, dream vacations. I look at hotels. I look at like, you know, or houses that you'd want to rent and all the trips and the places that you can go while you're there. I mean, dude, you got to play this stuff out. And most people don't ever even get into the realm of getting close to like attaching reality to their dreams because they don't dig deep enough. They don't get down in deep enough to their goals. And then the goals aren't big enough and they're not exciting enough to make you want to show up every day and make the 125 phone calls you need in order to hit the target. Because the work isn't for the work, guys. The work is to hit the target. So that's why you have to be crystal clear on the target. And when we get back from the break here, I'm going to go into some more ways, actual process and a system you can use to make sure you hit your goals in the new year. This is Young Hustlers.
Want to learn how to invest in real estate like Grant Cardone, but you don't have the cash to invest yet? Reach out to Chris Root and his team where he will show you how to invest in real estate to build cash without credit or much money by learning how to wholesale real estate. We'll show you the right way to build cash so you can invest in multifamily apartments and other real estate investments like Grant Cardone. Reach out to @Chris Root Entrepreneur on Facebook now. Want to learn how to invest in
a contractor in any industry, grow your business with access to our national app registry. Find jobs and be found by customers all across the United States. Increase your job intake and grow your business. Pro Service Finder was built with the customer and the contractor in mind. It is a simplified app to get you more business. Find the best clients, find the best contractors, no hassle, just straight business. Take care of your business and your home today. Sign up right now at ProServiceFinder.com. That's ProServiceFinder.com. Nico's Computer Engineering is at the front of everything digital and technology. With the most advanced use of Amazon Web Services, artificial intelligence to predict your next sale, learn how to predict what your customers will buy next, learn how to know and automate your whole business so you can do one thing, go make more money. Tim Clark is the guy to know, a thriving entrepreneur and the mastermind behind artificial intelligence sales processes. Get automated, make more money, and grow your business with Nikos. Learn more at NicoCE.com. That's NicoCE.com right now. Are you tired of buying ads? How much would 5 times more visitor from search engines like Google or Bing do for your business? Link Research Tools helps you increase that free organic traffic. We have offerings to get your business to become the dominant force on the internet. The secret of internet traffic is what we give you. We convert that traffic into cash flow for your business. Learn more at linkedresearchtools.com. That's linkresearchtools.com and sign up now.
Hey, we're back. This is Young Hustlers every Thursday, noon East Coast Standard Time. This is the place to come get your hustle on. This is where we talk about developing the skills that you need to have in order to get the life that you always dreamed of. And believe it or not, knowing how to set goals is a skill, right? It is a skill, and you've got to do some certain things in order to make sure that you hit your targets. So, you got to set goals that are big enough. If they're too low, you'll be disappointed more often than not. If you're not writing your goals down every day, it's going to be a problem for you because you're not going to have that clarity. You're going to be focused on the wrong thing, right? You're going to be focused on the work rather than the target. It's such a simple thing, but I don't know if you guys can actually like make that connection and realize how powerful that is. When you walk through the front doors to come to Cardone Training Technologies, or when you walk through the doors at Apple or Google or wherever, I don't know, wherever you work, John's Ford dealership, Vivint Solar, whatever. When you walk in to that place of business, dude, you're not showing up to do the work. You're showing up to get closer to your goals. And if you're not clear on your goals, when you walk through those doors, you're going to be depressed, man. You're going to be bummed out. You're going to be like, why am I coming to do all this work? This sucks. Monday morning, the alarm clock's going to go off. You're going to be like, God damn, man, another week? You're going to be bummed because you're not connected to something bigger, right? You know, people, there's a lot of misconceptions about, you know, doing what you love. I got to tell you, there are days that I don't love doing my job. And if anybody tells you that they love their job every day of the week, they're lying to you. You know? Like you gotta wake up every morning and get closer to your goals and your dreams. That's what's exciting, you know? The guy picking up the trash, dude, he probably don't like his job, but he's solving a problem. He's paying his mortgage, he's putting his, you know, food on his table. Like that's his purpose. His purpose is to go to work because of the thing that allows him to, the thing that the work allows him to do. So you got to, dude, if I can just get one thing like burnt into your brain, it's you have to be so clear on your goals. Like what are your targets? Like $250,000 a month, 2,500 clients on Cardone University, 1,500 clients on Cardone On Demand, 1,000 people in the licensing program, a $50 million a year digital agency, $30 million a year in a 10X staffing company, $25 million a year in event income. Dude, those are my targets because I know that those company targets, when those things come back down, it gets me where I want to be, right? Which is then, okay, fast forward. When I'm 50, or better yet, 40, like, what do I want my life to look like? You know, I'm sitting there, I'm holding my baby this morning. I'm like, man, dude, I wish I could be with you every day. I'm like, you're so fun right now. And then, you know, he gets nasty after I leave because that's when he starts getting all upset and fussy. But I'm like, man, I wish I could just hang out with you all day. Well, if I wanted to do that at 40, what would that look like? Dude, I got to have at least $30 million in the bank. What do I got to do to get that? You got to start breaking the math down. That's 6 years. That's $5 million a year. Shit, dude, I got to get to work before taxes, right? I got to get to work. So you got to find that thing that drives you, and it doesn't need to be a money thing. A lot of times it's freedom for people. It's freedom of choice. It's freedom to do what they want to do and not have to be like, dude, you've got to show up here. You've got to do this. It has to happen every single day this way. You can't deviate from it. If you're having a good day, you have to do it. If you're having a bad day, you have to do it. Like a lot of people just want success so that they have freedom of choice. Let's go to a caller on the line here. Let's see if we have some massive, just dirty, nasty, big goals.
So we have Victor from Austria.
Oh, wow. Victor.
Victor, you going on that?
Victor, what's up?
Thanks, man. That's good.
Like a lot of people just want
Victor.
so that they have freedom of choice.
Victor. Next caller, dude. Move on. Let's move on.
It's your boy VSC.
Who's this?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now, man. What's going on?
It's VSC_Mano.
Yeah, dude.
Guy
I've been
with a lot
waiting
of
for you to
confidence.
call. I've been waiting for your call.
Oh man, I'm pumped.
Dude, what's the
promise
biggest
this.
what's the biggest goal you have for 2018?
I need to become a millionaire. Actually, I have different goals. Well, one of them is in terms of finance. I want to actually launch the next billion dollar startup company. And the second goal is in terms of sports, because I started actually doing acrobatics and tricking in July, and I've been doing calisthenics
Like parkour?
for almost a year. So I have different moves that I have to achieve by the end of summer 2018.
Wow. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Love that. Did you have a question?
I just wanted to tell you, back in 2016, I got into entrepreneurship and started following your channel. And I completely agree with you. Goals are basically the thing that keeps, this flow, this life flow. And without goals, people just start to die. Life is all about setting new goals and enjoying them, achieving them.
I'm with you, dude. I agree with you 100%, man. I appreciate the call. I appreciate you following the show, all right? VIC.
That's right, man. What's up? This shout out goes to everyone watching the show. Follow me on VSC_Maronov. And by the way, what is Grant?
What's what?
Where's Grant?
Oh, Grant.
Where's
Yeah,
Grant?
He's got some things he's got some goals he's accomplishing right now before the end of the year.
Okay, then I have to give a call tomorrow, maybe next time, one more time.
Yeah, call him next week.
Okay.
All right, brother. Next caller.
All right, so we got Chase from Austin. I'm putting him on right
Chase from Austin. Okay.
now. Chase from Austin.
Chase, what's going on, bro?
What's up?
Hey, I appreciate you calling into the show today. I want to hear a big juicy goal you have for 2018.
I'm definitely going to be a millionaire in 2018.
Good. How close are you now?
About 10%.
So you got 100 grand in the bank right now.
A little bit more, but yeah.
Okay. And so how much money you make in a month?
Well, this month I've closed about $225,000 worth of business.
And so what do you make on that?
I'll probably make $75,000.
You make 75K on that?
Yeah, probably.
Dude, that's a good deal right there, bro. You just gotta double up on that every month and you're there.
Yeah. So my question is, you became a millionaire a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So my question is, like, how do we judge what's a millionaire, right? Like, is it my assets combined as net worth, or do I got $1 million in the bank, or what do you judge it by?
Yeah, I mean, different people classify it as different ways. Like liquid millionaire would be you got the money in the bank and you could write a check, or you could move some money around in a couple days and you could come up with a 7-figure number. Some people do it by value of assets, so that would be more like a net worth calculation. So, like for example, like I invest in a real estate deal, and it's I bought the deal for $1 million, and the deal's worth $2 million now. There's $1 million in equity there, right?
Right.
So it just depends on how you want to define that. I think the real way to define that. Dude, liquidity, man. Cash is king.
Baby.
Cash is king, baby. You can write a check for it. If you can write a check for it, then I think that's when you're really playing. Equity isn't always the best. It can change. If the market crashed and values dropped, the money isn't there anymore. So, like Bitcoin, you got $1 million in Bitcoin, you got to get that money out. Like you got to convert that money to something. So it's not worth anything to you unless it's dollars, unless they start widely accepting Bitcoin for everything. So, dude, if you can stroke a check, that's right.
My goal was to become a millionaire by the time I was 30. I made that goal when I was 16, and I just turned 27, but I'm going to make it happen this year.
Dude, I love that. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You're on the right track, dude. You're so close. Like all you got to do is double your production, your sales.
Absolutely.
And you're there.
Well, it's happening. And I just wanted to say thank you guys, and I'll see you guys at 10X Growth Con, baby.
My man, come on. You get your VIP tickets yet, bro?
No, we're not flying VIP.
Dude, we got a deal so good on VIP tickets right now. Like that's a check you need to stroke. A check you need to stroke. I'm sorry.
We might be talking about it. We'll contemplate it.
10xgrowthcon.com/new. Your $10,000 VIP tickets are 1 for $3,400 or 2 for $6,000. It's the lowest they've ever been. You get around the right people, you get VIP area, you get your own bathrooms, you get connection with the speakers, you get pictures with the speakers, you get day 4. Like you're just going to be around the VIP type of people. You want to be around those type of people, wouldn't you agree?
I'd agree.
Come on, man, let's roll. Get your VIP tickets. Thanks for the call, dude. Good luck. Good luck this year hitting your target. Dude, a lot of people out there hitting their goals, hitting their dreams, hitting their targets. I tell you, million is a solid goal until you hit it, and then you realize you're like, dude, what was I thinking? It's such a weird thing because you hear Grant, he's like, oh man, if I could just get to 10 million, and I got to 10 million, and I was like, what was I thinking? It's no money. It's crazy because people get locked into, dude, I got to make 100 grand. I got to get a $100,000 a year job. Like a lot of you are listening thinking, man, if I could get a $100,000 a year job, I'd be just freaking stoked. 120 grand a year? Dude, I'm jamming. I'm slamming. Until you get a $120,000 a year job and you're like, God damn, dude, I'm broke. It's crazy. It's the craziest thing. The more money you make, the more money you realize you need to make. you know, and you have more opportunities. You got to keep your flows open. You got to keep sending money out. You got to keep investing money. Don't hold on to it. Get rid of it. Try to multiply it. Because that's the real test, is when you start getting like, you get your first $1 million, you're like, okay, dude, how do I take this $1 million and make it 3 million? Then you really got to start playing the game then. So we're talking about goals. So number one thing you have to do to hit your targets in 2018, number one, you have to have clarity on your targets, like crystal clear. If you're making $30,000 a year right now, starting a $1 billion company in 2018 is not a good target for you. I'm sorry, it's just not. You got to have something that's a little bit more realistic, right? Like Grant always says, if, you know, Sabrina's, she's 8 years old, there's no possible way she could pick up a 100-pound bag of cement. Right? She goes, you know, maybe you start with a 15-pound bag. Like, be a little bit realistic with these goals, but they should be just out of reach, so that, like, you got to have increments, right? Yeah, our boy Vic from Austria was like, dude, I want to start a $1 billion company this year. Dude, that's freaking awesome. But, like, that's probably more of like a 2023 target than a 2018 target. So you got to be real with yourself here. Like, you know, if I go in the back in the sales office right now and say, hey, how much money you want to make next year? And they go $10 million. I'm like, you made 70 this year, dude. How you going to do it? Let's just be real, you know? I don't want to crush your dreams or nothing, but dude, you got to have goals that are realistic. Like, for me to hit my goal, dude, that's realistic. If I do the right things, I've got a lot of support and momentum going in that direction, dude, that's a real target for me. And you'll know because you'll start hitting your targets. Like, I remember when I first started working with Grant. See, you know my target's $250,000 a month right now. I remember my first target with Grant was $250,000 a year. That was the first number that I was writing down. I was like, man, I want to make $250,000 a year. Right? You got to have those increments that you're working through. So number one, you got to get crystal clear on your target. How are you going to do that? You got to write it every single day, twice a day. It's got to be so, like, automatic that it just becomes a part of who you are. You operate that way. You're like, dude, I don't make $50,000 right now. I'm making $250,000 right now, because that's what I'm writing down every day. I make $250,000 a year. At some point, you're going to go, I make $250,000, I make $250,000, I make $250,000. You're like, dude, I got to change something to make $250,000. Where's the opportunity? So then you have to confront the second question. What's preventing you from getting there? You set a target. You know you can get there. You hadn't hit that target yet. What is in the way? There's something that's stopping you. There's somebody who's stopping you. There's something that you have not confronted yet that's preventing you from getting where you want to be. Otherwise, you'd be there. So what is it? This is a tough thing to do. You got to start having tough conversations. You got to start looking around you. You got to start thinking about the people you're hanging out with, the family, where you're putting your money. So when we get back from the break, 2 more things on how you can hit your target in 2018.
And all of you who are true 10Xers, we are making a difference for the better in this world. We are. You are.
This is all about how to 10X your income by building a celebrity personal brand. And even if you don't want to build your own personal brand, we're talking about how to build your business brand as well.
It's everything that you're going to take in from these amazing speakers the next 3 days. Basically, the premise of what you're going to do today and tomorrow and the next 3 days is you're building your vision. You're building your vision. You're building your vision.
MC Laubscher has a mission to grow your money outside of Wall Street. Host of the Cashflow Ninja, MC will show you how to increase your cash flow income streams in the new information economy. Owner of Valhalla Wealth, MC Laubscher will show you how to collapse time in your wealth plan and become financially free in 10 years or less. Get the premier strategies right now to create, protect, and multiply your wealth. Sign up now at yourownbankingsystem.com. That's yourownbankingsystem.com. Anyone involved in person-to-person, business-to-business, and you work with referrals, you're always asking yourself, how do I increase my sales using this? Even more so, how do you track who sent referrals to you? What if you could track every referral, log every commission, track 100% of your ROI that you spend on advertising?
That's what Niobe does. When you sign up, Niobe offers the opportunity for unlimited income potential with referrals.
Give a referral and receive a referral and get paid. Help the world economy and get on track with the future. This mobile app is available worldwide on both iTunes and Google Play.
Get started right now at whatisniobe.com. That's whatisniobe.com.
Hey, we're back, Young Hustlers. It's the end of the year. We just had our 200th show last week. This is number 201. And it's fitting that it's towards the end of the year and we're talking about goals. Every single one of you should be focused on your goals. If not every day, at least right now. Being focused on your goals is the difference between winning big and not. Grant used to always say, and this was such like a shift for me. He's like, dude, if I write my goals down twice every single day, that's 730 times a year I'm writing my goals down. Most people, New Year's Day, sometime in that area, they go over what they want to accomplish. They don't even write it down. They're not even that committed to it. They don't invest any time in it. I want to lose some weight this year. I want to make a little bit more money this year. I want to get a better job this year. Like, there's zero accountability to it. You have that person versus somebody who writes it down on paper every single day, 730 times. Who do you think has a better shot at getting their target? It's just Matt. Like, I show up at the gym every day, twice a day. You go once a year. Who's going to be more fit? It's really simple. The simple things to do are the things that you really need to focus on because they're easy not to do. You know, writing your goals down is a really easy thing not to do. But I know if I go a few days without writing my goals, I start losing some of that fire and that intensity. Let's go to the phones there, Kelvin. Let's see who we got next.
All right, we got Ronnie from Nevada.
Ronnie from Nevada. Ronnie, Big Ron.
What's up? Yo, what up, man?
Yo, what's up?
Yo,
Hey.
drop it on the beat.
Let's hear the big juicy goal for 2018. What you want to get done?
So my main goal is to kick up my my gross revenue to 200,000 in my personal business. I'm a real estate agent.
Yeah, so you want to do 200,000 in transactions, or you want to do 200,000 in income?
In gross revenue through my business. So not sales volume, but gross.
Right. Okay. So if you do $200,000, how many homes do you got to sell if you're getting paid 3%?
3%. Well, the average sales price in my market is $348,000. So that would be times.
See, this right now. This shouldn't even be a calculation. It should be that number. Dude, if I want to make $200,000 and my average commission $6,000 or $10,000 a house, I got to sell 22 homes to hit the target before taxes.
22 homes.
Or I'm just throwing the number out there, but that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, to be like fully accountable, you've got to spend the time to say, okay, is 200 first of all, is that really a good target for you? Because if you've got to sell 25 homes, let's just say, to hit 200,000, and you sold 2 last year, that's probably a good target. But if you sold eight or 9 or 10 homes last year, and that all you got to do is you got to find another transaction every 45 days, I'd say you probably need to stretch yourself out a little bit more. Because what's that 200K really get you?
That'll probably leave me with 100,000. Yeah.
So you're in Vegas. It's reasonably affordable to live out there, right? Unless you're in the casinos, freaking playing some cards, throwing some dice.
Yeah, and maybe I mean the reason why I picked that goal is because of the fact that I spent the last 2 years of my life thinking like, all right, I'm gonna be a millionaire this year. All right, I'm gonna be a millionaire this year. Well, so that didn't work. It just simply didn't work. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna move this down to something that I can feel better about, right? But like I'm writing my goal, like you're talking about, I'm writing my goals down every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm working on it.
So one thing that you have to be careful of, personally, I think that $1 million income target for a real estate agent, I don't think that's unreasonable. Now, if you said 10 million, I'd be like, you're kind of getting on that like fantasy land area where it's kind of a wish a goal and it's not really like something you can take action on and move towards. But you know, if the average home, what's the average commission on a house? Let's see, $350,000 times 3%. That's 10 grand.
Well, yeah.
Dude, that's 100 homes. That's 100 homes. What's that? 7 a month? 8 a month?
That's doable though.
Dude, that's doable, man. Like it's work. But then you got to start thinking, like, if you're writing that down, but you're not getting closer to your target, I don't think $1 million is a bad target. What I think you need to look at is you need to say, okay, hey, what am I doing? Like, you got to get down to the next part. Like, hey, what's in the way? What is blocking me from doing that? You know, you got to then you got to start looking at your day. You got to be like, okay, dude, hey, how do I get more listings? How do I get more well-known? How do I get more attention? How do I get around the right people? How do I improve my pitch? How do I do better when I do open houses? How do I follow up better? How do I make cold calls? You know, like, you got to start looking at the things that you're doing so you're improving. Like me writing down, I want to make $250,000 a month so I can make $3 million in a year. Dude, that means nothing if every day I don't come in going, dude, who's got my money? How am I going to get that money, man? What am I going to do different today that's going to get me closer? Who do I need to talk to today? Who's been there before? Like, you have to make progress every day. So that's what I'm saying. Like, when you write down that goal enough, what should happen is you shouldn't say, I need to lower that target. What you should be saying is, dude, how do I increase activity so that I can get closer to the target? You know, do the math. Like, do the math. $10,000 commission per house. How long is a house on the market? How many houses do I need to list to have a house sell? How many people do I need to contact to get X amount of appointments, to get X amount of listings? Like, you got to sit down and map this out. And that's what I'm saying. Like, for everybody out there, you've got to have a plan. Like, you have to tie it back down to the thing that you do every day. What is the target? Where do I want to go? Where do I want to be? Okay, dude, I want to make $1 million this year. All right. If the average commission on a house is $10,000, that means I got to sell 100 houses. Okay. That means 100 houses is 8 houses a month. How many listings do I need to have to sell 8 in a month? How many people do I need to call to convert 8 listings? How many cold calls do I need to make to actually get somebody on the phone to pitch them the deal? That's why the statistics are so important. Stats on like, hey, this is the phone call that I made. You know, because what most people fail to do the math all the way through on is they think, okay, for me to get one listing, I've got to talk to 5 people. So if I can just talk to 20 people, I'm gonna get 4 listings. Yeah. But what you're not factoring is you got to make 280 calls to talk to 4 people to convert 1 to a listing. So now it's like you got to start multiplying out the work that's required so that you show up and you know, hey, look, if I do 200 phone calls today, I'm getting closer to my target. 200 phone calls the next day, I'm getting closer to my target. And if your conversion ratios aren't getting better, then you need to start looking at how do I get better on that call? And that's why we have tools like Cardone University. I'm sorry, you keep trying to talk, and I'm just freaking going to get after it right now. So dude, like, what's no, leave them on. You were gonna say something. Go ahead.
Yeah. So two things. Number one is, do you believe in a 12-month goal? Right, setting a 12-month calendar, your goals for the year. Do you believe writing all that out in the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I do. I think you definitely. I think you definitely need to have targets. Like, dude, I want to be worth $100 million. Do I write that down as a goal? But I know that's not going to happen next year.
Okay.
So you have to understand, like, when you're putting pen to paper and you're writing, you've got like targets, like things that are real to happen if you get great at what you do and you bust your ass and you go home every day at the end of the night. You lay down in bed, you look up and you go, dude, I left it all out on the field today. Like if you can do that every day and you're working, like I think that's a good 12-month window. But dude, you still got to have the long-term target, because when you bump up against those things on a daily basis that are in line with your 12-month plan, and you get defeated and you lose some momentum, you got to go back to the big goal. You got to go to the even bigger purpose, right? Like, and so for some that made me like, well, hey, I want to make $3 million a year. That's $250,000 a month. Bigger target is, dude, I want to be worth $100 million. The bigger target than that is like, dude, I want to be able to change and influence people's lives in a major way. So there's like levels to the goals, but you definitely need to have some goals that you can hit this year.
Okay. Okay, you actually answered my second question in that, so.
Cool, dude. I appreciate you tuning into the show. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great new year.
Thanks.
Last caller.
All right, we got Leslie from Nevada, Los Angeles. Leslie from Los Angeles.
Leslie from LA. What's going on, Leslie? Go.
We got Jeremy from Wisconsin.
Jeremy, Wisconsin. What's happening?
In a major way.
Turn down the computer
Yo.
there. You there?
Hello? Yo, hello?
Yo.
Hey, yeah. So, are we live?
Yeah, dude, we're live, bro.
Oh, dude. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, man. So we're talking about...
Oh, Johnny, dude, did you just hang up on him? Did you hang up on him? Dude, Johnny, you just breaking stuff recently. That was Johnny who hung up on you, by the way. Video guy. Check him out on Instagram. Johnny the camera guy. Hanging up on people.
Hold on. I got Jeremy back on.
Jeremy's back. Let's talk to Jeremy. Jeremy, what's up? Sorry about that. Johnny hung up on you.
Yeah, no worries, man. So we're talking about team, right?
Yeah, we're talking about goals, man. What's your goal? What's the big goal?
Man, I got to go down there and jump on the money team, man. That's my 2018 goal.
Come on, man.
I got to go down there and jump on the money team, man.
When did you write?
But,
when did you decide on that goal?
Man, you know what? I decided on that. I was actually the guy who called in last week, and I told when Grant had Gary there, and you were there too.
Yeah.
I was the guy who called in and said that I bought the program off of someone else's money, paid them back in a short period of time, and everything. And I was like, you know what, man? I've been following you and Steve and Mike Bonnet and all of them, and I'm like, man. Like, every year it seems like their income keeps increasing and increasing. And that one girl who's got, like, the 3 kids, I forgot her name. But, like, every year I've been seeing their money's been increasing. I'm like, damn. Like, they down there making some serious money. And, because of Grant, I actually work at a job right now selling newspaper subscriptions. And I'm making, like, $2-3 grand a week. And that's because of the Grant's teaching. So I'm like, damn, you know what? Grant's got me making $2-3 grand a week. You know what I'm saying? Selling newspaper subscriptions, man. And I'm able to take care of my debts and get myself back to where I need to be and everything. I'm like, damn, dude, you know what? I got to get this VIP ticket.
That's right.
And then you know what? He inspired me too. I was like, you know what? I'm going to fly down there in first class too. I'm going to set myself up for success. I'm flying down there in first class. I'm getting a VIP ticket. I'm going to just do exactly what Grant's been
There you
teaching.
go, dude. There you go. And dude, look, I want to acknowledge the folks in the back, because for everybody watching that thinks that working here with Grant is some magic thing where you show up and immediately everything just comes, it fulfills itself and you start making more money, dude, that ain't how it rolls. Like, everybody that walks in the door has the same opportunity. Grant doesn't spend a lot of time with hardly anybody. We use his program, we use the environment, and we use each other. And we push each other, dude. We push each other. There is not one person who works here that has a target of making $100 grand a year. Not one. Because the environment doesn't allow that. And that's why you see back in the sales team, people are making more money every year, because it's like, we don't settle. We continue to push, and we find ways to do more. And so when you're surrounded in an environment like that, number one, the accountability and the responsibility levels are through the roof. But number two, it just changes the way that you think. Like, you look around and you're like, this is normal. Like, increasing every year is normal. You should be increasing every year. But what happens is most work environments get you in a condition where like status quo is just what's accepted. And that's the expectation. You show up and do your deal every day. But like, dude, that's not a winning environment. We're freaking winners here. Like, we want to do better every year. Like,
absolutely, man.
Going backwards is not an option.
Right there,
yeah.
Man. Like, yo, like I just wanted to add into what you're saying, man, because I promise you, man, like the job I'm doing right now, people be asking me, they'd be like, man, you're here till 11 o'clock working this and that. I'm like, dude, like, I'm a grown ass man. I gotta work, man. I gotta get to this money. What are y'all talking about? Y'all looking at me like I'm crazy for wanting to work.
Gotta get that bag, baby. Get the bag.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I just see a team of winners down there, man. And you know, Grant's got me making so much money selling newspaper subscriptions, man. I'm like, damn, if I go down there and jump on the money team, man, the sky's the limit. So that's my 2018 goal, though. I just want to call and let you guys know that, though. But, yeah, I appreciate everything you guys are doing. I appreciate you, Jared.
Jeremy, you better come up and
there.
say hello in the VIP area at GrowthCon.
Absolutely. I'm going to be down there VIP.
Love that, bro. Love that. Look forward to meeting you in Vegas, dude. Thanks for the call. We got anybody else? Last one? Yeah. That's it? Cool. So look, guys, goals are important. There's a few things that you need to remember about goals. Number one, you need to be so crystal clear focused. It's like burnt into your mind. Like you know the calculations, you know the math, you know what you need to do every day when you show up. You have focus and direction towards the target. The second thing that you have to do is you have to identify the things that will prevent you from getting what you want. Sometimes it's people, sometimes it's comfort, sometimes it's sleep. Like, you got to figure out, like, this is a process. If you're too lazy to go through the process to figure out what it's going to take to get you where you want to go, you will never get there. You're going to be running with the blindfold on, right? You're going to have uncertainty. You're not going to know what that next step is going to lead to. So you got to have certainty. You got to know, hey, dude, if I show up every single day, I make 100 calls every single day. I'm going to talk to 12 people every single day. I'm going to set 6 appointments with 12 of those people every single day. I'm going to demo 3 of those 6 people, and for every 3 of those people that I demo, I'm going to get 1 deal. Dude, for every 100 calls, I get 1 deal. For every 100 calls, I get 1 deal. What am I doing today? I got to show up and make 100 calls. Why? Because if I make 100 calls with everything else that happens, I'm going to get a deal. Right? How long does that take? Over what period of time? What's the average income per deal? And you got to back into it. And then eventually at some point you're going to be like, man, the goal's gotten so big, 1 deal isn't going to get me there. And then you start running up against time in the day and you're like, well, how do I make 200 calls? Another question is, how do you get better on the 100 that you're making? How do you start multiplying 1 deal into 3 deals because you're working referrals? So, like, the game starts changing when you start getting to those levels. Like where Jeremy's at right now, doing $3,000 a week for the newspaper. I used to work in advertising. At some point, your territory is like, dude, you've got 90+% penetration everywhere you go into. People are already running with you. There aren't a whole lot more opportunities for you to generate more income. Now you got to be like, okay, where's the next thing come from? Right? And you got to be looking for that. You got to be aware. So number 1, crystal clear clarity on your goals. You got to have intention and purpose and focus every single day. Number 2, you got to identify what is in the way and what is blocking you. 3, the hard part, dude, you got to remove it. You got to get over it. If you're overweight and it's contributing to you not having energy and you're slow, dude, you need to bite the bullet. You need to get in the gym. You need to eat better food. Like, you just got to do it, right? If you like to sleep 10 hours a day, but dude, like 7 hours of sleep really is enough, dude, you can be productive in those 3 hours. You got to start removing the blocks. And then the 4th and final thing that you have to do is you have to figure out what investments of time or energy or effort or connections or skill that you need to develop. You need to figure out what investments need to be made to get you on track. If you're writing down the goal and you're not moving, it may not be the goal that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? So look, this is a really important time. It's the end of the year. If you want to use it as an excuse, you can do that. I don't think you need to wait till the end of the year. I think tonight you can go home and you can spend an hour and a half getting clear on your goal, and you can get a 4-day head start on all the other losers that are waiting till January 1st. So look, I can't tell you how important goals are. This is literally the one thing that gave me the focus and the intention to become a millionaire in 4 years. And I know if it can happen for me, I'm not that talented, I'm not that smart. Dude, it can happen for you. But you just have to follow the plan, follow the process, give yourself some certainty and some clarity on what comes next. So you're not running towards your goals with the blindfold on in the wrong direction, right? So dude, look, Happy New Year. Appreciate you, all the people that follow the show every week. Thanks for sticking with us all year. We're coming back next year. We're doing massive things next year. We got huge, massive targets. Like, dude, I'm so excited about where we're going as a company. And you all will be the benefactors of that in many ways that you will soon know. You might get a sneak peek if you come to the GrowthCon. So take advantage of the offer we have right now on VIP tickets. Best deal of the year. Hands down, we're trying to close the year strong. We're trying to finish up strong. There's tax advantages for you for making the investment before the end of the year. For you, if you have a sales team, for your company. One VIP ticket, normally $10,000, you can pick up for $3,500, or two for $6K. Get your ass in a VIP seat. You deserve a VIP experience. You deserve to be around VIP people. You deserve to network and rub elbows with people of influence that can change the condition of your life. So invest in the VIP ticket. I promise you, you will not regret it. It'll be the best decision that you made, not just last year, but also coming up in 2018. We will see you in Vegas. 10xgrowthcon.com/New Year. 10xgrowthcon.com/New Year. We'll see you next week.
71% of Americans aren't saving enough for retirement. It's going to get worse as people live longer, and you need to start thinking differently. But you can't lose your time. Real estate is the investment vehicle that's made more ordinary people wealthy than anything else. Keith Weinhold of Get Rich Education is host of one of America's top investing shows, Disrupting Wall Street. He's an international best-selling author, a writer for Rich Dad Advisors, and has been an active income property investor since 2002. He has created thousands in passive monthly income for countless followers, and now he has a free book, The 7 Principles for Creating Wealth in Your Life. Get your copy now at GetRichEducation.com/book. That's GetRichEducation.com/book. Because invest in what produces income for you now and later. Keith Weinhold is your guy. Sign up now at GetRichEducation.com/book.